What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with that real boxing thing. You dig, the boxing clinic. Shout out to everybody that's doing it. We got the event of all events. Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor. Got the reigning king of boxing, Floyd Mayweather, which, boxing is going through a transition right now. Hopefully, he's getting out the way permanently. We can have Pacquiao follow suit. You got Spence, Thurman, Crawford, Lomachenko, Golovkin. So boxing hopefully will be in good hands with them spearheading the sport. Then we got Conor McGregor, good MMA fighter. From what I'm understanding, he's not the king of MMA. That will be John Jones for what most MMA guys tell me, but Conor McGregor is probably the most polarizing figure in the sport of mixed martial arts, UFC. And, his personality is very engaging, very flamboyant, and matches what Floyd Mayweather was about 10 years ago. Now, combat-wise, I'm not going to lie. I know nothing about Conor McGregor, but what I've seen on the highlights, I'm not entrenched in the MMA world. I have no interest in it, I'm not even a casual when it comes to MMA. But one thing I do know is it takes years and years of muscle memory and years of studying the sport of boxing to be as good as Floyd Mayweather has been. And, just to be an average boxer, it takes years of you coming through the amateur ranks and learning the style. Now, there has been guys that have made the transition to kickboxing, mixed martial arts to boxing before. Well, kickboxing to be exact. Two of them are Chris Algieri that I know of, and he said it took him 10 to 15 fights to get acclimated to the boxing. And Jarrell Big Baby Miller, who's a rising contender in the heavyweight division, he was a kickboxer as well. Conor McGregor, most people feel like he has some special properties about him. He does have somewhat of a boxing background, and if you actually hear him talk, he, when he's not, being a loudmouth and not, playing that role, he knows some things about combat sports, man. He takes it very serious, so you got to give him props on that. So, basically most people think he hopping in over here for a money grab. But I think he knows some things about the sport of boxing. I think he knows what he's up against. Is he in there for the money? Absolutely. If they weren't paying him a dime, he wouldn't take this fight. And neither would Floyd Mayweather. But, from what I'm noticing, he's a southpaw with a strong left hand. And I'm going to do this prediction video totally different than I did any other one. So bear with me. And, what's the one thing that he has to do with Floyd Mayweather? And that's probably what I'm understanding and a little bit I've seen of him is out of his character. He has to pressure Floyd Mayweather. He has to use his size on Floyd Mayweather. He has to make it uncomfortable. And the way you make it uncomfortable for a guy like Floyd Mayweather, for MMA guys that are, boxers, that love to box, love to control distance and fight in their distance and their pace, you have to make it uncomfortable for them in the boxing world. And that means you have to put them in a position where they're not comfortable. And that means pressing the attack, making them fight in close corners, making them fight on the inside, making the older fighter pick up his pace. And if he fights at Floyd Mayweather's distance and pace, it's going to be a quick night for him. And I'll explain why it may be a quick night for him at the end of the video. But he has to pressure him. And what I've seen from Conor McGregor is he's more of a guy that like to box at range. He's going to try to do what Canelo did, for what I've seen, to try to box with Floyd Mayweather, and that's not going to work. He boxed with Floyd Mayweather. He won't make it to see the second half of the fight. He might not make it to see half of the fight, in my opinion. So he has to pressure Floyd Mayweather early, and make it uncomfortable. Use the size advantage. Lean on him. Put your elbow on him, a little bit. Not in the MMA test, but in the boxing test. Put your elbow in his chest, kind of be dirty, make him uncomfortable, very uncomfortable in that ring, and do some body work. I don't know if he's been working on some body work, but that'd be very good as well to go to the body. Is he faster than Floyd Mayweather? Absolutely not. Is he quicker? Is he stronger? Perhaps he is stronger, and we shall see. The key to beat Mayweather, well, what Oscar De La Hoya always said, was his blueprint to beat Mayweather with a jab. And Conor McGregor better have a good jab if he don't plan to, trample Floyd Mayweather. I seen when he hurt guys, he likes to jump instantly on them and finish. He's a good finisher. You know, he's not going to clock Floyd Mayweather at distance and hit him at distance, and then he's so hurt and then he's going to jump on him. That's not going to happen. If he gets Floyd Mayweather's attention, it's going to be by being in close range. Because anything other than close range, middle to long range, he's going to get killed. And it's probably a real good possibility that he don't have any inside game. He didn't bring any boxing guy with any knowledge with inside game. But we want to talk about Floyd. Floyd going to do what Floyd do. Floyd probably going to, come out, fill him out for a minute. See what he got. A lot of dummy punches, a lot of dummy movement. See where his balance is. See where his overall boxing ability is. See what his premise is to beat him. And once he feel comfortable, he knows what Conor McGregor's going to do. He's going to go for the kill. I'm telling you that right now. He going to put punches together. He's going to be able to hit Conor McGregor at will as soon as he figure out what's Conor McGregor aim. And expect to see a lot of body work. And Conor McGregor not used to taking body work. He going to get a lot of body work. And we'll see. And when guys go to the body, and for MMA guys, that a lot of guys tend to boxing it's a lost art. To be a body snatcher. Shout out to Mike McCullum, because guys don't want to trade body shots for head shots. When you go to the body, you're vulnerable to the head most of the time, depending on the distance you at as well. So that could be another way Conor McGregor could score. But in a perfect world, how would Conor McGregor win this fight? It had to be by a lucky punch, or the perfect game plan. And for guys that spend years in boxing, it's a reason why guys that come in boxing late has a very high failure rate. And I think that occurrence is going to continue. That trend is going to continue with Conor McGregor. He's going to find out that boxing is a lot harder than MMA, mixed martial arts, to make the transition to at a late start. For the simple fact that these guys have been doing this their whole life, and muscle memory, and controlling distance, learning these punches, learning these angles, learning the pace. And Conor McGregor's just got an uphill battle, but he wins at the end of the night. He probably, increases his income. He increases his whole income by 100-fold tonight, on Saturday night. So he's the true winner in the money pocket, this money in the pocket. But we'll see, man. We'll see. To me, he seems to be a real level-headed guy. A real smart guy once you get past the persona and that act that he put on to try to sell fights. He seems to know what's going on. What really leaves, he didn't have a chance, even if he hired a boxing guy in there. He didn't have a chance with Floyd, other than the lucky punch. But it's going to be tough, man. It's a tough uphill battle. I understand, you could take the Floyd Mayweather fight, and, people say, oh, Floyd can't punch, and this is the point I was getting at earlier. I was going to say it for later. Floyd can't punch, he can't punch. Only dummies believe that. Floyd don't get knockouts because Floyd don't go for knockouts. That's his period. That's just what it is. He's not a finisher. It's not in his nature to be a finisher. He used to be a finisher. He used to finish guys off, but that's just not in his nature no more. With the bad hands, the bad shoulder, broke his wrist before, his body is breaking down. But for this fight, he's going to get the knockout. If he don't get the knockout, then it's shame on him, and it's going to be like he lost this fight in most people's eyes. If McGregor makes it 12, most people going to look at it as a victory for McGregor, unless he just takes one hellacious ass whooping and is able to keep going. But the whole thing with me thinking, picking Floyd by knockout, and I'll tell you what round before this video ends, is a simple fact that he's going to be able to hit Conor McGregor when he wants. He's going to sustain a good body attack. From what I'm hearing from the sparring partners, the body attack is going to be on 1,000. It's going to be 1,000 degrees. And McGregor, a guy who's not used to taking a body attack with MMA gloves, with sparring gloves, with 8-ounce gloves, he's not going to have the stamina to go. He thinks he's going to have the stamina to go 12. Not when you equate those body shots in there. I think Floyd Mayweather's going to be able to hit him at will. I think he's going to bloody Conor McGregor. I think he's going to put some punches together. We know Floyd only likes to put 1-2 together. I think when he's ready to go for the kill, he's going to put 3, 4, 5 together. I think you might see him unleash that Philip Nundu. What was the dude, the African dude, where he did 5 straight pull counters in a row? He's gonna beat the shit out of Conor McGregor. I think you're gonna see vintage Floyd. He's gonna do a lot of pull counters, and I think he might put them pull counters together like he did versus the dude in Grand Rapids. Love more Nundu, I can't remember his name. and he gonna beat the shit out of Conor McGregor. When he was talking about that race shit, I seen just a different look in his eye, and he's gonna do it for the culture. He's gonna do it for boxing. He gonna hold it down. I think Floyd's gonna get him out of there in the 5th round, technical knockout. I think the Nevada Athletic State Commission is gonna have a close eye on Conor McGregor because of the 8-ounce gloves, and if he seriously get hurt, it's gonna backfire on them. So I think it's gonna be an early stoppage in most people's opinion, but I got Floyd.